Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to another video. It's been a while, but we actually have some kind of breaking news as of last night. Merge Games announced that Smalland will be opening to early access on March 29th of this year. No details on the price yet or what's going to be entailed, but we do have a little 1 minute and 39 second trailer here to watch, just to kind of give us an idea of what the game's about. And then there's actually another 5 minute gameplay trailer we're going to go ahead and jump into. In case you guys haven't seen those, we're going to go ahead and post those video links into the description as well. So if you guys want to watch them later, then go for it. Without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into this trailer for Smalland Survive the Wilds, the release date announcement trailer. All right, so there you go. There's the trailer. As you can see right here, it's going to be available on Steam and Epic Game Stores starting off. No word on a console release, although they have said that they've looked into that going forward, and this has been news and information that they've dropped before. So no word on a lot of things, actually. You can see the genre here that they're talking about. Action, adventure, indie, RPG, early access. So it's more based on an adventure-style game, survival game, as opposed to a typical survival game. They've mentioned hidden NPCs, a lot of different stuff based on the story. We can look here, just some little screenshots here. You can look at the inventory, your hotbar, health, stamina, nourishment, and temperature are all going to be things that we have to focus on. Get back over here. You can see there obviously are some flying aspects. One of the things they've talked about is that, so the story is basically that the giants have disappeared from the area, and us as the small folk, the vanguard of our people, have to explore to survive, basically, this strange new land. So here's some screenshots here that you guys can kind of take a look at. This is on the Steam webpage, obviously. There are mounts, grasshoppers. We don't know if there's flying mounts. I'm sure there's more to come, obviously, but super exciting news with what's to come with Smalland. The building looks epic. The music sounds epic. The area looks amazing. They've done a few beta tests in the past for building and stuff like that, and it just looks really cool. So you can see here about this game. Before the time of the giants, we lived freely under the sun and moon. Centuries have passed, but those stories of the surface world have been passed down through the generations. Now the giants are gone, and you, Vanguard, must venture out into the wilds once more on an urgent mission. Be brave and do not falter. Traverse lake-sized puddles, scale skyscraper-sized trees, scramble through cavernous cracks and roads as you experience a huge open world from a new perspective. Explore dense forests, hazardous swamps, and strange ruins left over from the time before. Uncover lore and knowledge from hidden NPCs scattered throughout the world and learn to survive in this vast wilderness. So it sounds really cool. Obviously, this is going to have a lot of comparisons to the other game that was recently released back in September. But I think that this one is going to be really exciting and just kind of be focused on a different aspect. We're playing a bit more into a fantasy world, and I think that's something really cool. Let's go ahead and jump into the first 5 minutes gameplay here. There is audio on this, but we're going to go ahead and cut that off and just kind of talk through what we see here. So obviously, some of the first things you can see, the game looks amazing. Obviously, with it being PC only for early release, it just looks awesome. There's character customization. We don't know the depths of the character customization that you can go into. I'm assuming maybe something like Valheim or something like that, to where you can customize your hair, your looks, and stuff like that. But you can see on the bottom right, barely quick buttons that you can press. F to interact. You have sprint, jump, crouch, and dodge. So we actually have a dodge. So when you're in combat, that's a button that you'll be using. And then we went over your health, stamina, nourishment, and temperature are going to be the things in the bottom left that you'll have to navigate as well. You can see the whole area just looks amazing. There are NPCs, obviously, to talk to. There's going to be store shops and stuff like that. And then learning more about the history of who we are, what we're doing, and the quests that are going to be given to us. So it kind of seems more of like a MMO survival style game, as opposed to just your typical survival where you dropped into an area, you don't know what's going on, and then go from there. You're going to have building tools, you're going to have a lot of weapons. If you saw in the trailer, the weapons and the armor look pretty freaking dope already, just starting off with. Now, we don't know how deep into the game that is, but basically, as far as I know, you can get armor and weapons from nearly every insect that you come across. One of the things I see right off the bat at the top is we have a compass, which is something that I love. So you're not having to sit there and jump through the map back and forth to figure out where you're going. You obviously have foods and stuff like that you're going to be crafting, food and drink. Look at that little slide action we got going on. Just this gameplay trailer alone makes me super excited for the March 29th early access release. I'm just curious about price. I wouldn't think it would be too heavy. I would guess in the like $30 range, somewhere around there, which could be pretty steep for an early access game. But this game has been in early access, or has been talked about going into early access for years now. And I think what they've done is kind of taken their time, but still somehow managed to keep up the excitement for the game. Now, obviously, it's going to draw a lot of comparisons. If you look there, we go back to this right here real quick. We look at this right here, so you can see equipment stats and your status. So you have defense, edged versus blunt, attack, edged versus blunt. Looks like we're gonna have gloves, your ranged weapon, arm slot, chest slot, leg slot, and head slot. So again, if you've never played an MMO, this is what you're gonna be looking at in terms of gear. And it's gonna show you right here on the character screen what you're able to wear, and it's gonna have a visually different look as compared to what you're wearing. You see a crafting menu up here, a map, a compendium, which I'm assuming is like your insect compendium, and a codex, which could be something that's your list of, basically your journal, your list of quests and everything that you're using. Pretty big inventory slots already, 50 of 50 on most resources, which is great. You can see the crafting right here. We get the wood hatchet, wood club, builder's hammer, torch, and it's going to give you the stats over here. Right off the bat, you see durability, so you will have to probably repair, but blocking power, stamina usage, critical hit chance, and edge damage. All this information provided right off the bat as it shows you an image of the item to craft. And it's also going to tell you what you need to craft right here in the middle and how much you have and what's required. So we see right here, he just crafted the wood hatchet. Then you see the durability on the left side, and you can go ahead and equip that into your hand right there, and then start cutting things down. Edible mushrooms, so you're going to be able to cut down some mushrooms. Obviously, anything that you find basically in a forest environment. You see butterflies flying around. Obviously, in the trailer, we saw wasps, or what looked like hornets. Right here, looking at the gear he has, putting in the hot bar. Eating some edible mushrooms. I don't want to sit here and watch the whole thing. Like I said, I'll link the video in the description so you guys can watch it and kind of break it down more. We may do an actual trailer or release date trailer breakdown, just a quick one, just to kind of go over what we actually see and see if there's any little secrets we can find. Brown Ant Warrior. Just kind of see the combat right here. So you're going to get numbers showing what damage you do, and then the items that the insect actually drops. You obviously see right here, ant skewer unlocked, so you're automatically going to unlock recipes once you pick up items. Now some more brown ant warriors. I want to see if he does the dodge here. So you can see it looks like your stamina bar right here. Showing you, there's the dodge right there. You see that dodge roll, you can get out of the way. Now you pick up an ant heart. So it looks like there's going to be no shortage of actual resources that you can gather from insects, which is really cool. This right here, I think he talks about, is just a different view, so you can kind of have a better vision of what's going on around, so you can see before what your eyes can see, which is a pretty cool thing. And we'll learn more about the history of the kind of people that we are, being these not shrunken, but these small folk in this land right here. I don't particularly see anything giant, as in terms of humans or anything happening starting off. But I think this game is definitely leaning more into the fantasy aspect of being a small person as opposed to what we've seen in the previous game that was released last year. You see your building right here, so build a campfire. The building looks amazing in this game. Your workbench. We don't know how that's going to be if you have one workbench, you have upgraded workbenches or anything like that. But the bugs look amazing. The atmosphere looks amazing. You go into that different vision right here, so you can still see the insect without seeing the environment itself. And now you see he's blocking, take the attack, and then counterattack. I love that you see the numbers right off the bat, so you know what damage you're doing. You know what the enemy's health is. You see that health bar at the top as you're approaching the insect. Overall, I think this game looks really cool. I'm excited. I'll be jumping into early access, and this is going to be a game that we're going to be covering very intensely during its release through early access, and then any kind of information that we get, we will definitely be providing you guys with everything we get as we approach the planned release date for March 29, 2023. Knock on wood. Hopefully there's no more delays. This game has gone through its ups and downs. But I'm really excited for it, and I hope you guys are all too. This is what we're going to be focused on the channel going forward. But for that being said, that's all we got for this video, guys. Let me know what you guys think about Smalland. Are you guys interested in it? Are you going to automatically compare it to the other game that came out last year? We'll see. We'll see how it goes. So thank you guys so much for watching. We'll catch you guys in the next video. All right, later. Hey, thanks again for watching, everybody. If you like that video, go ahead and check out one of these videos right here. Thanks. Bye.